So, I want to pull back the curtain for just 2 seconds. So I never actually checked in with our next guest beforehand. Can I just get a confirmation that he exists?
Yeah, he's right there.
Great. All right. Our next guest is super awesome. He's the co-founder of this very festival you were hanging out in. Please welcome Andy Wow! That was such a great trick you just played on me.
Master of tricky
take it out, hang on to it.
to the stage. That's my thing. That's what I'm known for.
Bree sees ghosts of you everywhere. She's like, he's just right behind you.
I just saw a bunch of wood and I thought it was you.
Fair enough. That's my name.
That's what's up, everybody.
You know, it's not the first joke about your name being Wood you've ever gotten, but that was pretty good.
You'd be surprised how few times it comes up. Like, it really should come up more often. Like, I have a remade porn name. Randy Wood would be a perfect porn name.
Yeah, right? Morning.
Or morning, certainly, yes.
All of your porn would be themed with the sun just rising, so they'd have to shoot it real fast.
Magic hour pornography. What's the sunrise? Is that considered magic hour or just when it's setting?
I've never been up for that. The magic hour is like 10:30 in the morning, and it's brunch. Andy, 7 years!
7 years!
7 years!
Is this, when you, like 7 years ago, so 7 years ago, like a few months ago, is this, did you expect this? Did you see this?
No, I thought this would fall flat in its face the very first year, of course. I thought this was going to be a major disaster. Yeah, I maxed out my credit card the first year, and we just, by the skin of our teeth, Pat Oswalt saved us by coming in. Pat Oswalt, a great comedian, also a great supporter of comedy and of things like this. Like, he heard about it. I was active on this message board. It's very nerdy. This message board called A Special Thing. Does anybody know AspecialThing.com? And we were kicking around the idea of having this thing. I just started a thread in there. I was like, Complete Idiot's Guide to Starting a Comedy Festival. I was like, hey, if you guys were going to do a comedy festival, what would you do? I have no idea. And I have no background in this whatsoever.
And Pat Oswalt was like,
he saw that thread.
I would invite me.
Yeah, he somehow got my info. I got cold called by Pat Oswalt. I was like, one of the highlights of my life. Yeah, I got a phone call, an unknown number from Los Angeles, and he's like, hey, it's Pat Oswalt. I saw that thing you guys are trying to do. I want to come up and do it. And yeah, it's incredible. Yeah, and that was, if he hadn't come that first year, we wouldn't have sold out the Montebello Theater that night, and it wouldn't have been a sustainable Alhambra Theater. Now the Alhambra.
Are you getting the 7-year itch now that you've accomplished? Does it feel like it has to change dramatically, or like what's your feeling now at 7 years? Like, what do you?
Alex is married, so this is how he has to talk.
Yeah, I totally have this. But I don't know how much I'm supposed to talk about the reality of what goes on behind the scenes, and how much I'm supposed to just put on the good face.
Be real, homie. Be real.
Let's get real.
I would prefer you to be real. I don't know about these people.
You guys wanna?
This is the best coffee. I would love some real talk. I would love that.
Yeah, it's daunting because the light at the end of the tunnel is the hope that every year things can get easier, that you can find ways to make things run more smoothly. But then there's always just like a wrench gets thrown in the works, like an unexpected hiccup every year. Whether it's like the Baghdad isn't even a venue anymore; it's only a movie theater. We lost that. Our hotel changed ownership. But luckily now we have the Jupiter and Doug Fir, which worked out very well.
Yeah.
And then just now, backstage, I'm a little bit flustered still because I got a text that one of the venues that I won't name, on the off chance they do do right by us eventually, I don't want to sell them out, but they don't want to deny entry to their regulars. We don't want to lose our Friday and Saturday regulars, so they're going to let their regulars in even if they haven't paid for the shows at this festival. And I was thinking, I was getting worked up, and then I remembered, wait, there's a precedent for this, because you guys all remember last year at Coachella, when the Indio Polo Fields were like, hey guys, I know there's a Pixies reunion that's going to happen here, but we have a monthly pickup polo game that happens at these polo fields, so we have to honor that.
So they played Coachella at the Pixies show?
Yeah, so they kicked out Coachella and said we have to let the regulars at the Indio Valley Polo Fields come in and do their thing. It's like, yes, I get it's Coachella, but we are, Apollo Fields, and that's our first business. We're not a Coachella Fields. So I get why this venue would be like, I get it, Bridgetown's happening, but we have people who want to pay $2 for Pabst, so we're going to honor that over Reggie Watts' show. So that's very fair. That's very fair. I don't expect laughter. Fine, you don't have to laugh at that.
So you said that you were just freaking out backstage, which might explain why you were there and not there. But I was going to say you look surprisingly calm for the first night of the festival. Like, what point in the festival do you chill? What part are you like? It's happened. It's gone off. I can enjoy myself.
I think by Friday's after party, then it's like we're at the halfway point. It's downhill from here. Whatever's going to happen, it's going to happen. Like, I should already be in the
fifth inning. This is an official game. It doesn't matter what else is.
Yeah. I mean, there's only so much you can control, and once it's going, it's just going, and you hope that it all goes well. And it seems to be like I was at the Dead Authors show before this, and it was running smoothly. This is awesome. You guys are awesome. So.
I was not at the Dead Authors show because there was not enough room for us.
Ooh.
They kicked the performers.
They called that capacity? Really?
Yeah, they said they were over capacity. We were not.
There was space. Maybe the fire marshal said there wasn't space, but there was space. That's a bummer.
Yeah, what does he know about venue space? That jerk.
Yeah.
No, I mean I thought that was great. I would have loved to have seen that show, but also like it's great when things are. I was cool.
It is, yeah. That is cool.
This is I don't know if you guys know this is a school night, and you're all here in the middle of the night.
Thank you guys for coming. I'm not trying to be all negative on things. Things are great. The festival's great. Yeah, it's just, I get some news backstage.
So we talked a little bit with Parn about Andy Dick, and we talked a little bit about Gallagher.
I had him on my podcast last year.
Yeah, you did. Who's gonna be this year's? Yeah, who's this year's story?
Man, if I had to predict who this year's, it could be. This is the Pruitt year.
Yeah.
You just go for the PR grab of being the notorious. Yeah. Like it's worth torpedo your career just to be the person who was like the...
Is that what did it to Gallagher? It was
Nothing of the sort. Gallagher is doing just fine.
Yeah.
That might have raised his visibility. Like Peter Serafinowicz, taking him to task for his racism probably gave him more exposure than he's had in years. So,
yeah, being racist is not necessarily a bad business move.
Sometimes it works.
The comedian with the puppets and dads. There's a lot. There's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a precedence. All right, so is that part of the festival to you? Is having one?
Very much so. It would not exist without it. Yes.
Wait, but also somebody going crazy. Is that also sort of part of the fabric?
Sort of part of it. Yeah, I think there's it's not a Bridgetown if there isn't a meltdown. Whether it's on the staff side or the performer side, there's always something that goes totally off the rails.
So do you get the summer camp feel to you? Are you like camp counselor, or do you get to actually enjoy all the comics being in for summer camp?
Yeah, I think it's a little of both. Like the older I get, the more I feel like the counselor who's just gonna kind of be like, all right, guys, all right, that's I'm glad you're all having fun, but we do have to get up in the morning and have some things to do. We gotta do calisthenics. And,
there are podcasts at 4, so get the day moving.
Right. But no, it's very fun, and I'm almost sitting on this stage even right now. I'm starting to feel a calm wash over me, which might be the booze I just drank kicking in.
Or that your phone doesn't work down in the basement.
That's true. It's very calming.
That's a trick. I don't recommend that.
Oh, it's like I'm tired, I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Like a retreat where you can't use your phone. And there's no word for that, is there, I guess? That's just a
retreat.
Retreat.
Retreat, you would have nailed it to that if you had just said that.
It's been a long couple months. I'm working 2 jobs. Did I mention this is my night job?
Yeah.
You got a massage booked for Monday or something?
Oh, my job doesn't know I'm not back on Monday. I have to drive 1,000 miles back to LA, but I'm gonna call in sick Monday because it takes 2 hours to drive.
This thing happened because of and you're still calling in sick?
I got this week off, but I didn't want to tell them it's this week and a day, so I'm just gonna call in sick on Monday and I'll be in on Tuesday.
You need someone to vouch for how sick you were. I'm sure we could rustle up a few thousand people that would be willing to lie for you right now.
This is being recorded, so I don't know if I can sell out the show that I work on.
Definitely you can.
What's this being used for, the recording of this?
Public access in Portland.
Portland Community Media!
Okay, do you guys know there's an MTV show called Ridiculousness? Do you guys know that show?
Yeah.
I work on that show. As do a lot of comedians here at the festival, so they vouch for me, and they're the ones who are on my side for me getting time off. But the main boss doesn't get that this is a thing, so I kind of have to hide that I'm sneaking in work on the festival during the day at Ridiculousness, instead of helping write jokes about skateboarders getting hit in the nuts. You know, it's just, they don't write themselves.
It does not write themselves, no. Except for YouTube, that does not.
Yeah.
You're also telling jokes at the Hawthorne Lounge, the closing show, right?
I guess I should have put myself as a better show. Yeah.
No, that's when you're good. I saw the closing show. I don't know. It was last year, the year before last. With like you and Tim Hammer at the Eagles Lodge, and you're just like, you. That was Andy Dick year.
Is the best.
And it was a really rough year, and you were just like letting it all go.
Yeah,
just
this is
sweating it out.
the blow off steam show.
Yeah. That was the day before we lost Andy Dick for a few days.
Go see that show.
I was worried this was going to become known as the festival that killed Andy Dick. I'm serious. Like when he went missing, I was like, well, this is what Bridgetown, it's going to be a footnote in history of comedy. But Bridgetown, the festival that killed Andy Dick. Yeah, back in 2011, that was when Andy Dick died at Bridgetown, yeah.
Patton Oswalt saved it the first year. Andy Dick brought it to national attention.
Yeah.
Also, Andy T. Wood on Twitter, at Andy.
And Andy T. Wood.
Andy Twood.
Andy Twood.
It's super hard to say Twitter handles out loud. But definitely check out Probably Science, you guys. It is such
It's a fun look
cool.
at the week's science news through
through comedians with a sciencey background, but who have mostly let it go. It's really fun. I totally enjoy the podcast, and I think
Thank you.
and